Good. So we are handling August, that is ATD. August 2024, question number 42. August 2024, question number 42. So the question reads, the purchase price of an item of inventory is 4,400 shillings per unit. In each 6-month period, the usage of the item is 200,000 units. The annual holding cost associated with 1 unit equates to 3% of the purchase price. The cost of placing an order for the item is 600 shillings. What is the economic order quantity for the inventory item to the nearest whole number? So we are required to get economic order quantity. So we said that economic order quantity is equal to root of 2 times demand multiplied by ordering cost divided by holding cost. Now, if you look at our question, have we been given this component? Have we been given demand? If yes, can someone tell us demand? What's the demand in that particular question? What's the demand in this particular question? Demand, and not just demand, we are referring to annual, demand. So can someone give us annual demand? Annual demand, 200,000 after every 6 months. So in a year, we'll be having 200,000 times 2 is equivalent to 400,000. So that's what they were testing actually in the entire question. They're just testing your understanding of this demand. Should we have it 200,000 or should we have for the entire year? It is annual demand. Good. So once you have demand, that's letter D. Do we have ordering cost? Do we have ordering cost per unit? I mean per order, ordering cost. Ordering cost, are we having that in the question? If yes, how much is it? Ordering costs, I'm able to see we have, so we are told that the cost of placing an order for the item is 600 shillings. Okay. Do we have holding cost, which they normally call, they sometimes call it carrying cost. So do we have that in place? If yes, how much is it? So the annual holding cost associated with one item equals to 3% of the purchase price. So we have 3%. 3% of the purchase price. Are we given that purchase price? Are we given cost per unit of this inventory? Yes. The opening statement. The purchase price of an item of inventory is 4,400. Please go ahead and give us 3% of 4,400. What is 3% of 4,400? 3% of 4,400. 0.03 by 4,400. What are we getting? 132. Thank you. So if you look at our formula, what are we lacking? We have ordering cost. We have holding cost. We have demand. So we have everything. Can you now go ahead and give us economic order quantity? Can you go ahead and give us economic order quantity? It is 2 times demand. That's annual demand, 400,000 times holding cost. I mean ordering cost, 600. Then that should be divided by holding cost, 132. What's economic order quantity to the nearest whole number? Economic order quantity to the nearest whole number? Economic order quantity to the nearest whole number. Economic order quantity to the nearest whole number. 1907. 1907. So that's what you are required to do in that particular question. That's what you are required to do in that particular question. As we prepare for December exams, we are now expecting the other version. We are now expecting the other version of this particular concept. So at this point, what they are going to do, they will be giving you, will be given different range. We're going to average. We're going to average now that you know what economic order quantity is all about. So we're going to average, and within this range, you'll be told, you know what, if you order 1 to 1,000 units, you'll be given purchase price of 12 shillings. If you increase the quantity from 1,001 to 3,000, then this purchase price will be dropping maybe to 9 shillings. Right? Good. So by giving you this range, they are going to attach the holding cost will be attached to the purchase price, which you'll be able to see here. The holding cost will be attached to this, purchase price. So as the purchase price reduces due to increase in quantity, then we are going to have this holding cost reducing. So they will be requesting you to give us that optimal point whereby if those units are ordered or purchased, then the company will be operating at what we call optimal point. The company will be operating at what we call optimal point. So let's go to the CPA past papers and see what is there. The CPA past paper. Were we having any question in April sitting? Let's check if there's any. April sitting, yes, I think we have one. April, so CPA April 2024, question number 3C. CPA April 2024, question number 3C. Are we able to move to that place very fast? Are we able to move to that place very fast? April, CPA April 2024. CPA April 2024. Question number 3. Question number 3C. Question number 3C. Very fast. Very fast, very fast. Have you been able to access the question? CPA April 2024. Question number 3C. So the question reads, I believe you have the question with you now. Ufanisi Enterprise outsource one of its raw materials, branded, OXA, externally. So they are getting this from the external supplier. The annual sales demanded for material OXA is 30,000 units. The company is planning to switch its purchasing system to just-in-time purchasing system to improve what? Efficiency. Now, just-in-time means you are not going to create space for store or warehouse. No. You will not be incurring any cost for store or warehouse. No. You don't have to keep the closing or opening inventory. If you need 10 units per day, that's what will be delivered to you at that particular point. If you need 50 units in a day, that is what will be delivered to you. So you only sell 50 units in a day. It means you will not be having closing. Your closing stock balance will be 0. And if closing stock balance is 0, your opening stock balance will automatically be 0 for the next day. Now, so just in time operating system is basically, they are basically telling us to know what we don't have opening or closing stock. Now, with that information, still revolving around economic order quantity, they're now telling us that the following information is provided. So we have their current system, purchase cost per unit, ordering cost per order, inventory, holding cost is given as 10% of what type amount. So information number 1, inventory holding cost per annum is given as a percentage of purchase price or purchasing cost per unit. So they have again attached the holding cost to the purchase price. Then number 2, under the proposed just-in-time system, the company does not hold any inventory whatsoever. Of course, that's what we have in regards to just-in-time. Then number 3, the reorder quantity under the proposed just-in-time system is 4,000 units per order. The reorder quantity. So they are telling us, you know what, if we have 4,000 units, what would be the total cost? Of course, we also said when you are not given the order quantity, you replace it with the economic order quantity. And now, if you're going to do a question whereby the first system, you calculate economic order quantity and you're giving us total cost, then the next one, we are now having the order quantity in place. So what you're going to do, just replace the economic order quantity with this reorder quantity. So what are we required to do? Advise the management of these enterprises on whether or not to switch to the proposed system. Now here, we are talking about management of inventory. With regards to the management of inventory, all companies will be striving to minimize on the cost of doing their operations. Now, management of inventory here involves some costs. The holding cost that we talked about, the carrying cost, the ordering cost, and the purchase price. So which option will enable this particular company to minimize on the cost incurred to deal with this particular stock or inventory? So that's what you want to see. That's what you want to deal with here. So let's start with the first system. The first system, we have what's called current. I'll talk about the formula. Economic order quantity is equal to 2 is equal over HC. Have we been given that quantity? Have we been given that quantity? No, so we need to calculate it. We need to calculate. That's why we need this formula. Then the second formula, which will enable us to identify the most preferable system, is the total cost. What did we say about total cost? Total cost is equal to demand, annual demand, that is purchase price, plus holding cost or ordering cost. So we talk about number of orders, demand over economic order quantity multiplied by ordering cost, plus holding cost, that is quantity or economic order quantity. Economic order quantity. We divide by 2, then you multiply by holding costs. So these two formulas will enable us to advise this company accordingly. So let's see what we're going to start with. Let's go to the current system. Let's go to the current system. Current system. So what are we having for the current system? We need to get total cost. So do we have that economic order quantity or reorder quantity? So we are being told that this particular company has got annual sales demand of material of 30,000 units. The company is planning to switch its purchasing. So annual demand, we have 30,000 units. Under the current system, are we given ordering cost? Are we given holding cost? Because with that, we'll be able to get economic order quantity. So let's see. Now that you don't have economic order quantity, we need to get it. So we'll be having 2 times annual demand. Are we given that? Yes, 30,000 units multiplied by ordering cost. Are you given ordering cost per order? Yes, 80,000. 80,000 divided by holding cost. What are they saying about holding cost? Holding cost is 12% of the purchase price. Holding cost is 12%. Is 12% of the purchase price. So are we given purchase price? Are we given purchase price per unit? Yes. 400 shillings. Can you please go ahead and give me economic order quantity? Go ahead and give us economic order quantity. Economic order quantity. Economic order quantity. So Lulu is telling us here, it's 10,000. Does someone confirm? Someone to agree or to disagree with what she was given us there? Someone to agree or to disagree with what she was given us there? So 30,000 times 80,000 times 2 divide by 12% of 400. So are we all getting 10,000? I believe so. Good. With the 10,000, we've now used this to get economic order quantity. Can we now use this economic order quantity to get total cost under current system? So total cost is equal to demand. They're talking about 30,000 units demanded in a year. 30,000 units demanded in a year. We multiply by purchase price. Multiply by purchase price, which is 400. Then another thing that you can also talk about here, as you plan to advise this particular company, this is current option. How about proposed option? The proposed option, demand times purchase price. So you can see purchase price is common under current system and also the proposed system. So it means this one here, in most cases, it will not influence your decision. What will be influencing your decision is the holding cost, ordering cost and holding cost. But of course, still we can include them. First part. So this is the total purchase price plus holding or ordering cost. So ordering cost is demand, which is 30,000. We divide by economic order quantity, 10,000. We multiply by ordering cost per order. Ordering cost per order, you are given some amount here. Ordering cost per order, 80,000. 80,000. Then to that, we need to add a total holding cost. So total holding cost is equal to economic order quantity, which is 10,000 units. We divide by 2, then we multiply by holding cost per unit. We multiply by holding cost per unit. So can you give me 12% of 400? What is 12% of 400? 48. Good. So go ahead and give me the total cost. Go ahead and give me the total cost here. Go ahead and give me the total cost. Total cost itakuwa ngapi? Total costs. Total cost 12 or 80 million. 480,000. So we have 12 million 480,000. 12 million 480,000. So that's number one, current system. How about number two? Number two, we are talking about proposed. So proposed system here, we are having some changes, right? The proposed system, they are telling us under the proposed system, purchase price is the same. Ordering cost per unit, we are having 28,000, right? Then look at additional information number 3. The order quantity under the proposed just-in-time system is equal to 4,000 units, right? So you know very well what we said about the order quantity. If I don't have this word, I should be able to look for economic order quantity. They are now basically telling us, you know what? Apart from 10,000, assume that the company will be ordering how many units? 4,000 units. Can you go ahead and now give us total cost under the proposed system? So let's come and pick it here. It will be demand times purchase price. So demand does not change. It is still that amount. Demand will still be 30,000 times purchase price, which now can change. But as per our question, purchase price under proposed system is still 400 shillings, right? Then plus demand 30,000 divided by economic order quantity. Now we are referring to quantity. Our quantity here is equal to 4,000 units. So let's have that divided by 4,000 units. Then we multiply by We multiply by ordering cost per unit. What's our ordering cost per unit? What's our ordering cost per unit? Or ordering cost per order for the proposed system? 28,000. Thank you. 28,000. Then to that, we need to add total holding cost. So total holding cost is equal to economic order quantity, which for our case is 4,000, divide by 2, then we multiply by holding cost per unit. Were we given holding cost per unit? Were we given holding cost per unit? Were we given holding cost per unit? No, because they don't keep any inventory. They don't keep any inventory. So holding cost per unit is 0. Holding cost per unit is 0. Good. So please go ahead and give us the total. Go ahead and give us the total cost under the proposed system. Go ahead and give us the total cost under the proposed system. Go ahead and give us total cost under the proposed system. 12,210. 12,210. Somebody to confirm if that is the right answer or to give us the right answer. At least 10 people should give us the answer before we proceed. At least 10 people should give us the answer before we proceed. So are we all getting that 12,210? Are we all getting 12,210 before I take you to something else? Are we all getting 12,210? Are we all getting 12,210? 12,210. So we have 12. Remember, every company is striving to minimize on total cost incurred to take care of their inventory. So the proposed system here will make this company to incur 12,210,000. The current system, they will be incurring a total of 12,480,000 to deal with this particular inventory. Please advise the company. Which system should they adopt? Are they supposed to shift to the new system or continue with their existing system? Please advise the company. Advise the company. I will get another question. Advise the company. Advise the company accordingly. Advise the company. They should go to the proposed system, because by doing that, how much will they save? If they decide to adopt the proposed system, how much will they save? How much will be saved? 12,480,000 minus 12,210,000. How much will be saved? How much will they save by adopting the proposed system? How much will they save by adopting the proposed system? 270,000. 270,000. Thank you. So that's what we are required to do in that particular question. That's what we're required to do in that particular question. So are we together to that point? Have we been able to learn something? Have we learned something? Before I jump to the next thing. Have you learned something there? Have you learned something there? Good. So let me see another question from ATT. I want us to finalize on this concept. At least another question will help you get the concept fully. Good. We can move to ATD, November 2020. ATD November 2020. ATD November 2020. Question number 2B. ATD November 2020. ATD ATD. So the ATD students expect a question from this particular section, especially something equal to what we are going to do here. November 2020. Question number 2B. Question number 2B. ATD, November 2020, question number 2B. So just confirm down there whether you have been able to access that question. ATD, November 2020. Confirm. Do we have the question? Do we have the question with us? Do we have the question with us? Do we have the question with us? Confirm very fast. Do we all have that question? November 2020, question number 2B. November 2020, question number 2B. Sasa watu hawajaona question. Watu hawajaona question. Let's get it here. November 2020. Someone is not having the question. Too bad. But we shall overcome. So November 2020, this is the question. You can even take a screenshot of the question, then we do it together. No, I don't want us to do that. You have the link for all the past papers in the group description. Why should we again share the same thing? This is it. Take it from that point. Just take a screenshot of the question there. And I want you to make good use of that link. Make good use of that link in the group list because it has got all the past papers for all the units that you are actually taking. So why should we keep on sharing these things in the group? I believe you have managed now to pick the question. So the question reads, Robin Islands Limited imports a high-value component for its manufacturing process. The following data relates to the component or relating to the component has been extracted from Robin Islands records for the last 12 months. So what has happened for the last 12 months? We are given maximum usage in a month, minimum usage in a month, average usage in a month, maximum lead time, minimum lead time. Reorder quantity is given to us there as 750. Then required, number one, required reorder level. Number two, maximum stock level. Reorder level, maximum stock level, minimum stock level, average stock level. Let's answer the question very fast. So Roman one, reorder level is equal to maximum consumption times maximum reorder point. Maximum consumption times maximum reorder point. So can someone give us maximum consumption? Maximum consumption is the same as maximum usage. So do we have that maximum usage? 300, right? 300 multiplied by maximum reorder point. If you don't have the word reorder point, reorder period. If you don't have the word reorder period, then look for the lead time, maximum lead time. So you're given maximum or reorder, minimum lead time, maximum lead time. So maximum is 6 months, right? So what are you getting as the reorder level? What's your reorder level? What's your reorder level? I hope everyone has got an option of chatting down there. So let's all participate. let's all participate. But of course, if you don't understand something, you have to inquire so that you can be assisted. So it is your right to ask questions there. It is your right to understand these concepts. And of course, you have to understand the concept. So let's keep that place missing. So that's the reorder level. How about maximum stock level? Maximum stock level. Maximum stock level we talked about reorder level. So we have the reorder level here, 1,800 minus 1,800 minus minimum consumption. Do we have that? Minimum usage, yes, 200 units. We multiply by minimum lead time. So do we have minimum lead time? Minimum lead time, we have 2 months, right? Minimum lead time, we have 2 months. Having done that, we are being told we add reorder quantity. We need to add reorder quantity. So do we have reorder quantity? Reorder quantity, 750. Good. So please make good use of your calculator and then you give the result here. Your calculator should be able to give you the final answer. Your calculator should be functional. So what are we having? 21, 50. 50. Good. Then we have Roman 3, very fast, Roman 3. We are talking about minimum stock level. Minimum stock level. So minimum stock level is the formula, reorder level. So you can now clearly see, if you have your own answer up here, which is not the right one, then you don't even have time to look for any other breakdown. Everything will be wrong. This reorder level is affecting all your workings here. So if it has interfered with your workings here negatively, do we expect to get anything to do with the average lead time? I mean, average stock level? No. So let us be keen and get to master the concept, the formula. This is what you did, and you are good to go. So ATD students, we are actually giving you something to do with the, you can see we have 10 marks. We are now delivering 10 marks to you, free of charge. So just make sure you're able to get everything there. Minimum stock level, reorder level times normal consumption times normal lead time. We say if you don't have the word normal, then locate the word average consumption, average lead time. If that word is still missing, then use what you have to get what you don't have. So if these two items are not given specifically in the question, there's nothing like normal consumption or normal lead time. There's nothing like average consumption or average lead time. Then you must use the maximum consumption, minimum consumption, so that you get your average. Now, in reference to what we are dealing with here, were we given average consumption? If yes, how many units? Were we given average consumption? If yes, how many units? Were we given average consumption? If yes, how many units? 225. Multiply by average lead time or normal lead time. So do we have anything referring to average lead time? Do we have average lead time in the question? Not given directly. So please use what you have to give me the average lead time. Use what you have to give me the average lead time. Use what you have to give me the average lead time, right? So normal or average, here we are talking about minimum plus maximum. Then you divide by 2. So this one here will give you what we are missing. So it means for the average consumption, we've been given about average lead time. You take minimum lead time. Which is 2, plus maximum lead time, which is 6. That will give us 8. 8 divided by 2 will be giving us 4. I think that's what we have in this formula for the minimum stock level. Yes. So please go ahead and display to us what your calculator has given you. What figure are you getting from your calculator? What figure are you getting from your calculator? $900. Good. Do you think there's any need for us to do another question with the same pattern that wants you to get reorder level, maximum stock level, minimum stock level? Do you think there's need to do another question of the same kind? Will it add any value now that we have this? Don't think so. Let's just summarize with the average stock level. So average stock level is maximum stock level, not maximum consumption, no. Maximum stock level. So maximum stock level, we have it here, 21.50. Let's just finalize this before we disappear. Maximum, we have 21.50 plus minimum, we have 900, then divide by 2. Give us the average so that you can give our friends here 5 minutes. Prayer break. I did not get reorder level. The formula says normal digital. I don't see it in the question. Good. The reorder level is equal to maximum consumption times maximum reorder period. This reorder period can also be lead time. Lead time. So you calculate, that's why we calculated it here. Maximum consumption times maximum lead time. What are you getting from this point? 1525. 1525. That is the average. That is the average stock level. That's the average stock level. Now, as we disappear for like 5 minutes prayer break, let's come back with a question from CPA. Let's come back with a question from CPA. April 2022. Come back with a question from this, in this particular question. April 2022. April 2022. Question number April 2022. Question number 3B. Question number 3. Question number 3B. Let's come back with that particular question from the break. So we are meeting back after 5 minutes and the break starts now. Good. So the question reads, question number 3B, the following information is provided in relation to Baridiku Limited. The annual demand of its product branded D is 30,000 units. The ordering cost per order is 2,500 shillings. The holding cost is expressed as a percentage of purchase price at 20%. So this time around, again, you're able to see holding cost is pegged on the purchase price. And if you look at that table given down there, you're able to see our purchase price is actually reducing with increase in quantity. So there's quantity discount. We are now introducing a new concept whereby you are given quantity discount, and we should be able to see how it will relate with the equilibrium purchases or economic order quantity. So if you look at the range 1, we have been told that if you purchase any units between 1 to 3,000, you'll be purchasing them at 21 shillings. If you increase the quantity to 3,000, from 3,001 to 5,000 units, you'll be charged 19 shillings. You are getting quantity discount. All the way to 9,001 to 10,000, there's a quantity discount of 13 shillings per unit. Now, Required. Advise the company on the quantity to purchase. What you are purchasing, you start from the purchase price, it goes to the ordering cost, it goes to the holding cost. So all these three cost components will be incurred to take care of this particular inventory. Now, are you able to advise this company on the quantity they should order for them to be able to minimize on the inventory management costs, right? So we are going to, number one, identify the range. Then number two, we should be able to identify the specific quantity. We should be able to identify the specific quantity. So in short, for this entire question, you are required to give us total cost of each range. And once you get the total cost for each range, go ahead and give us the specific economic order quantity that will help in minimizing total cost. Minimizing total. So number one, holding cost is hidden. You need to get it from the purchase price. You need to get it from the purchase price. So I'll be giving you this concept. We'll be having some table here. We have range 1. We have range 2. We have range 3. We have range 4. Is that what you're given? Yes. We have range 1, range 2, 3, range 4, range 5. We can have that gap. Good. So once you have the range, we are supposed to get what we call economic order quantity. So how do we get economic order quantity? Economic order quantity is equal to demand over ordering cost divided by holding costs. Can you tell us what ordering cost per unit is? Even demand, let's start with demand. So we have the root of 2 times demand. What do we have as demand? Before I tell you what to write there, what do we have as demand? 30,000. Ordering cost per order. Ordering cost per order. Ordering cost 2,500. Holding cost. Holding cost. We are told it is 20% of something. 20% of purchase price, right? Good. That will apply, yes, for the first one, right? For the first one. But now this formula, this is a general formula. So all the ranges from range 1, range 2, range 3, range 4, range 5 will be having this in place. And the only missing item is equivalent to this one here. This is what will be changing, the purchase price. That is the changing, that's the changing factor. Good. So once we have that in place, I want us now to go ahead and give number one. Give should I write it here? Yes or no? No. So number one, we are going to have the range. So let's calculate the economic order quantity. Calculated economic order quantity. Then that's calculated, we have chances of not being the real economic order quantity. Once we have real economic order quantity, right? Good. So once you have real economic order quantity, we should be able to get total cost. We should be able to get total cost. Total cost. I think that will be okay. Now, that will be okay. That will be okay. Calculated, and we have to this point. Then we have to for the quantity. Then we have to total cost. We have to that end. Good. So let's start the first one, and we'll be able to see what is required here again. Let's start with the first one. Let's start with the first one. Let's start with the first one. So the first one, calculated economic order quantity, we said is equal to square root of demand, that is 2. I mean, the demand is 2 times what? 30,000. 2 times 30 times ordering cost 2,500 over holding cost. So holding cost, we've said, is equal to 20% of purchase price. The first range, we have 20% of 21. So what are you getting? 20% of 21 ni ngapi? 20% of 21. 20% of 21 ni ngapi? 4.2. So we'll be having 4.2 here. Good. Now use that to give us economic order quantity calculated. Use that to give us calculated. What's our calculated economic order quantity? To the nearest whole number will be okay. For this particular question, the nearest whole number will be okay. $59.76. Good. Let's go to the second one. Let's go to the second one. Root of 2 times 30,000 times 2,500. You all know what is changing. Times 20% of purchase price. 20% of 19 itakuwa ngapi? 20% of 19? 20% of 19, 3.8. So when you bring 3.8 here, what are you getting as the calculated economic order quantity? What's your calculated economic order quantity? 62.83. 62. Good. Let's come to number 3. So we have root 2 times 30,000 times 2,500 divided by holding cost. So holding cost this time around, 20% of 17. Itakuwa ngapi? 20% of 17? 20% of 17, 3.4. Then you give me the answer here. So CPA students, just prepare for a question of this and exactly this one here for your December exams. Prepare for something almost. The difference might be figures. The difference might be figures. So we have 66.42. Let's go to the fourth one. So we have root 2 times 30,000 times 2,500 divided by 20% of all, purchase price. So 20% of 15.5. 20% of 15.5 itakuwa ngapi? 20% of 15.5, 3.1. Good. When you deal with this, what are you getting? Calculated economic order quantity. Calculated economic order quantity, 69.56. Then let's go to the last one. 2 times 2,500 divided by 20% of 13. 20% of 13, 2.6. Go ahead and give us calculated economic order quantity. Calculated economic order quantity, 75.96. Good, so I did not tell you to indicate the specific units, the quantities here, that range, but I feel it is very important to bring it here so that I explain this perfectly. You can have it somewhere. There's no harm of not bringing it, but I want to bring it here for my case to enable me to explain this to somebody, to enable this concept to somebody. I want to bring it here to enable me to explain this to somebody. So we have range. Quantity. So range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 1 to 3,000. We have 3,001 to 5,000. 5,001 to 7,000. 7,001 to 9,000. 9,001 to 10,000. 9,001 to 10,000. I think my body is not visible. My body is not visible, so I'll have to adjust. We'll have to adjust. We'll have to adjust it there. Good. Let's now proceed. Now, we are required to give the optimal quantity. For you to be able to enjoy this quantity discount, for the first range, you must purchase goods that are ranging between 1 and 3,000. Anything below, you will not be given a discount under this range. Anything above, you will not be given a discount under this particular range. Now, my question is, for you to be able to get a discount or be able to purchase these goods at 21 shillings per unit, you must purchase at least 1 unit and a maximum of 3,000 units. So the rule is this a calculated economic order quantity. We want to get the real one. How will we get the real one? The real one is where we'll be able to maximize, minimize on the cost. We can't. So the question is, now, rule number 1, you cannot order anything below. Rule number 1, you cannot order anything below. No ordering below economic order quantity. You can order units that are slightly above the calculated, but you cannot order anything below. You should be ordering what is equivalent to this, but now maybe due to some reasons, you cannot get what is exactly equivalent to this. You cannot order below this particular quantity. So if you have to order below the economic order quantity calculated here, then just forget about that business. Just say, you know what, the business is not viable. Let me look for another range. So that rule will guide you on what to do. So let's come back to this table here. For you to enjoy a discount, you must purchase a minimum of 1, a maximum of 3,000. Then this rule now comes and restricts it, tells you know what, you cannot order anything below this. Now my question is, if you are to order goods within range 1, will you get any discount? Will you get any discount? Will you get any discount? You will not, right? Because this rule will prevent you from ordering anything within that range. If you follow this rule, this range is below the calculated economic order quantity. So you're not going to do, you're not be calculating anything there, right? So ignore. Ignore. Let's go to range 2. Our economic order quantity is 6,283. The calculated one, right? The calculated one. Now, for you to be able to enjoy a discount so that you can purchase these goods from 21 shillings per unit to 19 shillings per unit, you must make an order that is equal to 3,001 or greater than 3,001, but less than or equal to 5,000. It must be within this range. If I look at my calculated economic order quantity, it is above this range. So it will be violating this rule. If I do that, it will violate this rule. So if I have to follow this rule, can you give me the comment that I'm going to put here? Which comment are you going to indicate there? Which comment? Ignore, right? Because it will be violating this particular rule. Thank you. Let's go to number 3. Number 3, for you to get a discount to purchase these goods at a purchase price of 17 shillings. For you to purchase these goods at 17 shillings, you must order the economic order quantity if it is possible. And your economic order quantity, the first rule tells you, you know what, you cannot order anything below this, but you can order slightly above this. Now, should you find that the calculated economic order quantity falls within the range given here, then this will be the real economic order quantity. Just go ahead and order the economic order quantity. Now that 6642 is falling within this range, our real economic order quantity will be 6642. Will be 6642. Are we together at that point? Are we together up to that point? Because if you don't get this, you will not get number 4 and number 5. Are we together up to this point? Great. Let's go to number 4. For you to be able to enjoy the quantity discount so that you can purchase these goods at this particular point at 15.5 shillings, you must just make purchases between this and this one here. You must just make purchases between this and this one here. Now, let's come and look at the calculated economic order quantity. Rule number 1 says you cannot order anything below this. So that's why we ignored number 1 and number 2, because they were advising us to order units that are below the calculated economic order quantity. Number 3, we were able to order 6642 because it falls within this range. So we'll go for it. That's why we are taking this as the economic order, the real one. If I come to number 4, 6956 is below the minimum within this range. This 6956 is below the lowest unit. Remember, for you to be able to get this discount, you must purchase at least 7,001. But now, your optimal economic order quantity is below the lowest unit in this range. So what are you going to do? We are going to purchase the lowest unit from this range. The rule allows you to purchase, number 1, exactly calculated economic order quantity or slightly above the economic order quantity. But the rule prevents you from purchasing what is below the economic order quantity. So this one's here, we're advising us to take something that is below this. That's why we ignored them. That's why we ignored these 2. But this one here is advising us to take something that is slightly above the calculated economic order quantity. So that's why we are now taking the lowest within this range. Remember, they have said for you to get a discount, you must purchase at least 7,001. That's why we are now purchasing this one here to enjoy the 15.5 shillings discount. Is it now clear? Is it now clear to somebody? Is it now clear to somebody? Which part are you not getting? Tumepewa range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Under range 1, we can talk about option 1. This can be option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4, 5. Under option 1, if you purchase 1 unit to 3,000 units, you are getting purchase price of 21 shillings. You'll be purchasing them at 21 shillings. If you purchase now under option 2, you purchase 3,001 to 5,000, you'll be purchasing them at 19, not 21, at 19. Now, if you come to option 3, if you purchase anything from 5,001 to 7,000, you'll be purchasing them at 17, not 21 now. As the quantity increases, the purchasing price reduces. You are being given a discount. right? As the quantity increases, you are being given a discount. The rule says you cannot order anything below the calculated economic order quantity, but you can order the exact calculated economic order quantity or slightly above the economic order quantity. If I come to the first one, for you to get that discount, you must purchase 1 unit, or you must purchase 3,000 and below within this range, either 1, 2, 3, all the way to 3,000 for you to be able to get that discount. I will not purchase that because if I do that, I'll be taking goods that are below. For me to get this discount, I must now purchase goods that are below this calculated economic order quantity. If I do that, I'm violating this rule. That's why we have ignored it. There's no real economic order quantity. We've ignored it. When you come to option 2, they want you to purchase 3,001 or 5,000 within that range for you to get a discount and purchase this goods at now 19 shillings. And our calculated economic order quantity is 62.83. It is above this range. It is above this range. For you to get the discount, it must fall within this range. That is number 1. Number 2, for you to make purchases, you cannot purchase anything below this. So we are actually having 2 options. You cannot purchase what is above this range to get the discount. You cannot order what is below this to get the discount. So we are now restricted, and therefore we just ignore. When I come to option 3, for you to get the discount, you must purchase goods between 5,001 to 7,000. Our economic order quantity, which will help us to minimize on the total cost of managing these goods, is 6642. If I look at 6642, it is falling within this range. So I don't need to check 5,001. I don't need to check 7,000. No, check the exact economic order quantity so that you enjoy that discount and purchase the goods at 17 shillings. When I come to number 4, the rule says you have to purchase exactly the calculated economic order quantity or slightly above. Why are you going for slightly above? For you to enjoy the discount, you must purchase at least 7,001 to a maximum of 9,000. Our economic order quantity, the calculated one, is below the range. There's no way you'll be getting a discount if what you want to purchase is below the range. You cannot get this discount of 15.5 shillings. So you must just purchase anything falling within this place. Now that we don't have an option, we'll force ourselves to go ahead and purchase the lowest within that range. That is why we are now saying our real economic order quantity is 7,001, the lowest in this range. So number 1, the rule allows us to purchase slightly above this, right? So that's what we have done. Number 2, for us to enjoy this discount, we must purchase at least. So that's why we are going for the lowest within that range. Are these things now making sense to somebody? How do we know it is slightly above? Is it a difference? No. There's no limit. There's no limit, so long as it's slightly above that. It is slightly above that. Good. It cannot be this one here, because if you take this, you cannot get the discount until you purchase at least 7,001. It is above economic order quantity. That one is allowed, right? That one is allowed. And for you to get the discount, you must purchase at least. So that's why you are taking the lowest. We're just taking this one here for us to be able to get the discount. Let's go to number 5. And now I want you to advise me. I now want you to advise me. What will I put here as the real economic order quantity? What will I put here as the real economic order quantity? Please advise me. It is 7,009, not 7,001. Okay. Let's see what this person is telling us here. We have 7,000 is the maximum. So the next one from 7,000, 7,001 to 9,000. You take the lowest. It's 7,001. Good. So some people are telling me here number one. Somebody has said I should ignore. Another person is telling me no, don't ignore. Don't ignore. Just take 9,001. Now, before I get to this part, let me explain something here. Somebody is telling me what? Suppose I take 9,000. Suppose I take 9,000. Let's speak it from this point. Let's speak it from this point. You've gone to the market. You've gone to the market. Right? You are being told if you purchase, for you to be able to get a discount and purchase this goods at 500, you must. So what you needed is 4 units. You cannot purchase anything less than 4 units because this is what you need. This is what you need. You needed 4 items. You will not go back home without purchasing at least 4 items. Then when you go to the market, the seller tells you, you know what? This product, if you purchase any units between 6 and 15, I'm going to give you a discount. So instead of paying me 4,000, you'll be paying me 2,000 per unit. Let's take it from this practical point. You've gone to the market. You are in need of 4 items. This product, if you purchase 4 items, they'll be sold at 4,000 shillings. Then the supplier or the seller tells you, know what? We have an offer here. If you purchase any units between 6 and 15, we are going to give you a discount. And instead of paying us 4,000 per unit, you'll be paying us 2,000 shillings. Why are you going to purchase 15? Yet what you needed was just 4. For you to take advantage of this particular offer, you'll just say, okay, let me take the extra 2 that I don't need, but at the end of the day, I'll be enjoying this discount or at the purchase price. Is it now making sense to you when we take it to this point? Is it now explaining why we cannot take 9,000? We only need to take 7,001. Is it now clear to somebody? Great. So that's why we are doing that. And of course, with that explanation, you should now decide on what you're supposed to have here. Are we still going to proceed with the ignore, or we are going to check 9,001? Using this knowledge, use this knowledge to respond to the answer to that last part. Use that knowledge very fast. Use that knowledge. What will we have? We don't need extra 200. So we're going to go for 9,001. 75.96 is below the range. You only get the offer if you purchase at least 9,001. So you can decide to purchase above this so that we enjoy this particular offer. And that's why you're going for the lowest within that range. Interpreting this part is very, very important. Yes, that does not matter so long as you argue it in this particular manner that we just done. Good. Now, up to this point, still we cannot advise the company. Still we cannot advise the company, right? Because we have been 6642, we have 7,001, we have 9,001. How will we know that purchasing 9,001 units will give us the lowest cost or will give us the highest cost? How will we know that purchasing 6642 units will give us the lowest cost? We cannot assume. We have to calculate this and confirm that in real sense, it is range 4 that will be giving us the lowest cost. So let's go ahead and calculate total cost. How do we normally calculate total cost? Total cost. So I want us to have this. I want us to have this down here. Total cost is equal to demand times purchase price plus demand over economic order quantity multiplied by ordering cost, right? Plus economic order quantity divided by 2 times holding cost. This is what you are going to apply for us to be able to get the rate that will be giving us the lowest cost, right? Good. Now, you can clearly see that for us to get the first part, the purchase price, it is demand times purchase price. What we are having here, the purchasing price is changing. The purchasing price is decreasing with increase in quantity. So this one here must be part of the total cost for us to be able to make informed decision. For us to be able to make informed decision, we must include demand times purchase price so that we get total cost. Please, I want us to use this to be able to get total cost here. Let's go ahead and see what is here. Let's go ahead and calculate it. So the first one we say ignore. When you ignore it, nothing will be happening here. So just forget about it like that. At this point, we said ignore. That is the end of it. Let's come to number 3. So let's use that to get total cost. So demand, we said will not change. So demand was 30,000 if I'm not wrong. Ordering cost was 2,500. Holding cost will be changing, and of course we have them here, so there's no problem. Great. So let's come here. So the first one, total cost will be demand, which is 30,000. 30,000 times purchase price. So the purchase price here, the purchase price under range 3. Can you give me the figure here? Purchase price under range 3. Purchase price under range 3. No. Angalia formula. Hii inakuanga nini? Holding cost is 20% of purchase price. So what was your purchase price? 17. Range 3 watu wamekosea. Not this one, not this one here. Range 3, 17. Plus demand, 30,000. Divided by economic order quantity, which is this one here, the real economic order quantity. So anything you're going to refer to as economic order quantity in this formula will be from the real economic order quantity column. So 30,000 divided by 66, 42 times ordering cost, which is 2,500, plus economic order quantity, 66, 42, divided by 2, multiplied by holding cost per unit. Holding cost per unit under range 3, holding cost is 3.4. Holding cost is 3.4. Holding cost is 3. Holding cost is 3.4. So please give me the total cost there. Let's do this other one. So we have 30,000 times purchase price under range 4 is 15.5 plus 30,000 divided by economic order quantity, that is the real economic order quantity, multiplied by ordering cost plus economic order quantity divided by 2 times holding cost. So holding cost under range 4 changed. That is 3.1. Then let's go to the fifth one. That is demand times purchase price under range 5 is 30 plus 30,000 demand divided by economic order quantity 9,001 times 2,500 plus economic order quantity divided by 2 times holding cost under range 5, you have 2.6. Good. So please go ahead and give me the total. So we have 532, 583.18. 532, 583.18. That's what I'm given here. for range 3. How about range 4? Someone must be able to calculate range 4. 486, 564, 486, 564, 486, 564.31. Then range 5 negative. Range 5. Range 5. 410, 033.71. Range 5 negative. What are you getting for range 5? What are you getting for range 5? What are you getting for range 5? 410, 033.71. The third person should be able to confirm if that's the correct answer. The third person. That person should confirm. Is it 410, 033? 410. 3.71. 410, 033.71. 410, 033.71. Good. So can you give us the quantity range that will help us minimize on? Remember, these are total cost. So anything dealing with the cost, company will be always trying to minimize. So which item or which range here will help us to minimize on total cost? So let's first of all look at the lowest total cost. The lowest total cost, we have 40, 486, 532. So we have the one as range that will give us the lowest total cost. Good. So once you're able to do that, so the quantity range, they should order within which range? The order should be within the range of 9,001 to 10,000. Can we give them specific quantity? Economic order quantity to minimize on total cost. Specific economic order quantity to minimize on total cost mean nothing. Specific. Now come and pick what you used as the real economic order. Because somebody would have said, you know what? 6642 will give us the lowest cost because the units are very few now. This one here, slightly higher. This one here, the highest. But now when you do the total cost results, we're able to see actually this 9,001 is the one that is giving us the lowest total cost. If this question is brought to you in your December exams on 3rd of December, will you be able to get all marks? Because you'll be sitting for management accounting on 3rd of December. 3rd of December, very early in the morning. If a question of this kind, you find yourself that, you know what, that particular paper, it is question number 2B. Will you get all the marks? Will you get all the marks? Great. A similar question was tested in December 2023 CPA. December 2023 CPA. 2022 actually, December 2022. A similar question was tested in December 2022. But before when you move to the similar question, can you go to 2017? Can you go to 2017? I'll show you another thing. The same unit, CPA should be getting it from 2017, if I'm not wrong. Should be 2017, 2018, somewhere there. Good. Can we go to question number 2A? Question number 2A. May 2019. May 2019, May 2019. May 2019, question number 2A. It was 8 marks. May 2019, question number 2A. I just want you to see the question. And then you tell me if there's anything you can relate there. May 2018. May 2018. Question number 2018 or 19. Sorry. May 2019. Sorry for that. May 2019. Question number 2A. Question 2A. May 2019, question number 2A. Are you able to see anything close to what you are doing here? Is there anything close to what you are doing here? So what they have changed is, I think, the product name and the city, right? The product name and the city. So we've answered 2 questions under this concept. April 2022, question number 3B, and May 2019, question number 2B. This is the answer. This is the answer to those 2 cities. So you can refer to December 2023. Now that time will not allow us to do anything new. You can look at December 2023 and 2022, December 2022, sorry. December 2022, question number 1C. You can look at that question. Maybe I guide you very fast. We just want to do analysis, just this part. December CPA, December 2022, question number 1C. So I will maintain this range. So the range number is given, the units will be changing. Just do another table. You will have to complete the remaining parts. I'm just going to advise you, and be advising you on how to do this other one as we prepare for something else during our next lesson. So ATT students have given you a prediction of what we are expecting under this concept. CPA students, we have actually seen it together. We are expecting something equal to this, with at least 8 marks. So you are going to have a similar table, but I'll not do the total cost part, because that's now variables. I just want us to interpret. I want us to interpret the other part. So total cost, the formula does not change. This one's going to change. This one's still changing. Changing those ones. So this time around, CPA December 2022, question number 1C. So a given range 1, range number is range number 1, range number 2. Here we have quantity range. This is range number. Range number 3, range number 4, range number 5. Good. So we have 1 to 6,000. 1 to 6,000. We have 6,001 to 10,000. 10,001 to 14,000. 14,001 to 18,000. 18,001 and above. 18,001 and above. So the formula, we are being told that Babu Limited, question number 1C, Babu Limited places orders for one of the components used in the manufacturing process. The price of the component has been fluctuating, thus affecting the production of the final product, and hence eroding market confidence on the company's clients. The company's cost accountant, or the company's accountant, has presented the following quantity ranges and respective price of the component which he believes will result in a cost saving to the company. So we have the number, quantity, purchase price per unit. Additional information, the company's annual demand is 60,000 units. The company's annual demand is 60,000 units. I like what people are trying to do. I want you to be keen. Look at what they have done. Annual demand, 60,000. Then the ordering cost per order is 50,000. Wow, ordering cost is equal to 50,000. You want to move with speed. Then holding cost is 20% of purchase price. So holding cost is 20% of purchase price. The company practices continuous stock taking throughout the year. The company practices continuous stock taking during the year. Right? Good. So 20% of the purchase price. Adjust the board. Well, sorry. We need to do that very fast. I believe that this is now visible. Great. So with this one here, we should be able to get to that place and calculate the economic order quantity. Good. So holding cost to share jua. So we have demand which will not change. So we just have this in place. We have 2 times annual demand, 60,000, times ordering cost, 50,000, divided by holding cost. So holding cost unapewa ni 20% of purchase price. The first one, can you give me 20% of 420? 20% of 420? 20% of 420. Let's make good use of our calculators. 20% of 420. 84. Then go ahead and give us calculated economic order quantity. Then we'll be doing the same down here. 2 times 60,000 times 50,000. I want to leave you once you're able to get there, the real economic order quantity. So 20% of 380, 20% of 380 itakuwa ngapi? Is it 74 or 76? 20%, 76. Thank you. Then this other one, 2 times 60,000 times 50,000 divided by 20% of 340. 20% of 340, is it 68? Then we go to the next one. 2 times 60,000 times 50,000 divided by 20% of 310. Is it 62? And then we go to the last one. 2 times 60,000 times 50,000 over 20% of 260. Is it 52? Good. So let's see what you are getting. So with that, you'll be able to give me the amounts here very fast. We have like 2 minutes to go or 3. The amounts here. So just indicate if it is a range 1, you indicate this and then calculated economic order quantity. So the first one I'm told is 84.52. That's the first one. The first one is 84.52. How about the second one? You can even go and calculate this when you post it there. Remember that we must just do in order. No, just pick any so that we move together. So R2 or range 2 is 88, 85. That is 888, 888.5. Range 3 or range 5, 10, 742. Range 5, 10, 742. Then range 4, 98, 37. Range 3 is remaining. So range 3, 93, 93, 93. Good. Can you confirm that everything is correct before we start making decision here? Is everything correct? Is everything correct? Great. So let's come here and start advising the company or start making decisions. Rule number 1, you must not order anything below the calculated economic order quantity. Rule number 2, you cannot order anything that is above the range. You cannot order anything that's above the range. So let's come and look at this. Our calculated is above the range. So for us to get the discount, we must purchase 1,000, one to a maximum of 6. This one is above that, so there's nothing you're going to get here. Right? We ignore. When I come to number 2, you must order at least 6,001 to get a discount. Our economic order quantity is 8,885, that's 8,885. If I look at this figure and the range given here, it is falling within the range. So if it is falling within the range, I will not risk. I'll just go for the calculated economic order quantity as my real economic order quantity. Let's come to number 3. For you to get a discount, you must order at least 10,000, at least 10,001. Our calculated economic order quantity is only 9,393. So we are allowed to order above the calculated economic order quantity, right? We can do that. Now, if I look at this, will I get any discount if I order this? No, because it's below the range. So for me to be able to enjoy that discount, I must force myself and order 10,001. Let's go to number 4. We have 9,837. For you to enjoy the discount, you must order within this range. You cannot order below the calculated economic order quantity. So I must order anything within this range. So if I have to order above this, I check the lowest in that particular range. Let's go to number 5. For us to make an order, I must order, calculated is 10,742. I must order something that is either equal to this or above this, but not below this. For me to be able to enjoy the discount, I must order at least 18,001. So please advise 18,001. If we are left to complete the remaining part, will you advise the company? Will you manage to advise the company? Unless if your speech will enable you to give me all the answers. So let me just post here and you give me the total if you can. Then so demand does not change. Demand does not change. That is 60,000 times purchase price 420 plus 88, 85 for demand over. So I should be doing this as you get the answers for us. To the nearest whole number will be okay. It's ordering cost 50 plus ordering cost 76. No, this one can be 22. This one is 380. Yes, times ordering cost, which is 76. So somebody should give us the total there. Come to this part, 60,000. Let's purchase price. This one here should be, was it 390? Is it 390 or 380? So we have done with this one here, 380. So this one here was 340. 340 plus demand divided by economic order quantity times 50,000 plus 10,000, 1 divided by 2 times quoting cost, which is 68. Someone should be able to advise us here. 60,000 times purchase price, we have 10 plus 60,000 divided by 40%. Times 62. The last one we have 60,000 times 260 plus 60,000 divided by 18,001 times 50,000 plus 18,001 divided by 2 times 52. Good. So go ahead and give us the answers. Go ahead and give us. So this one here we do not. So I'm told range 2 is equal to 2. We get a comma to 1 is 234, 752, 234, 234, 752, 234, 752. 77.72. It's 23 million. Range 3, 21,040. 21,040. 004. Okay, range 4. Someone to do range 4, another person to do range 5. Range 4, range 5. Range 4, range 5. Range 4, range 5. Which one is that? Is it range 4 or 5? 187.08. Range 5 or range 4? Range 4, 18. 708 31. Someone to give us range 5? The last one. Someone to give us range 5, range 5. Someone to give us range 5. 16 to 34. 16 to 34, 683. 16 to 34, 683. So if I look at this particular product, number 1, give me the range that will minimize the cost. Range, product range that will minimize cost. So to this one here, give us the lowest cost. So the range here is 18,001 and above. Then now the specific economic order quantity is equal to 18,000. 18,001 is equal to 18,000. Is equal to 18,001. So this is the specific, but the range is 18,001 and above. Good. I think with that knowledge, you cannot fail. You cannot fail to earn December 2023. You cannot fail to earn December 2023. Question number 1B. So that one we are not going to do it in class. At your free time, you can look at it. CPA December 2023. Question number 1B. Question number 1B. In our next class, we'll be looking at inventory or stock valuation using LIFO, FIFO, and weighted average method. So go to the first paper, so LMS. Go to LMS. Listen to 1 or 2 videos over this weekend. Listen to 1 or 2 videos over this weekend about FIFO, LIFO, FIFO now, weighted average method. Once you get here on Tuesday, we'll be handling that using the 3 methods, and then you move to accounting for direct labor. You move to accounting for direct labor and finalize with overheads. Any question before we end the session? And of course, we should have ended 2 minutes ago. Anything that we need to take care of before we disappear?